What's up, y'all? It's Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Some women lie on their nannies. Some women lie on their nannies. And I'm just saying nannies, for that, I don't want the YouTube police to demonetize this joint. Some women lie on their pussies. Some women lie on their pussies. And you know what? And for those who know what Nani is, that's just short for Punani. All my Jamaican brethren know what I'm talking about because, well, Jamaican brothers, they some players. Shout out all my Jamaican brethren, all my brethren from the Caribbean. Fellas, don't let your woman go down to the Caribbean on a girl's trip. Because Eddie Murphy told you who was down there. Dexter St. Jock. But yeah, and I was inspired. It was a young man. You got to call your name out again, man. I should have wrote it down. He had mentioned about women lying about, some women will lie about who they had sex with. And it's the same principle as men lying on their dicks. Because you know when some guy, it's like if a guy says he had sex with 100 women, I automatically divide it by 2, and then I divide it again, and then I say, okay, that's probably the accurate number. Because, dudes be lying and stuff and shit. Because you start asking, yeah, they be like saying all that shit, but then you put them in a room full of some women, they act all shy and shit. I'm saying, hold up, dude. Shoot. You can't talk to one of them? I've always seen that. It's like they be having the corniest game and shit. It's like, who the fuck you? I had one dude, he used to come in the comments too. I don't know if he still like come here, but he would always say 300, and I wouldn't even respond. I just heart the comment. I said, oh, well, okay. And then one day he said, well, yeah, those were 300 escorts. It's like, shit, motherfucker, you got some money. You need to be donating. But shit, women do the same thing, but not at the same thing. Because one thing, well, the obvious lie they tell is how many men they've slept with. That's the obvious lie women tell. Because I'm going to tell you what, just like with men, you got to divide it and then divide it again. With women, add 5 no matter what. They say, well, I've only been with 2 men. All right, that's about 7, maybe even more. Because women generally only count like the good stuff, like the relationship stuff, or like sex with some celebrity or something, and or whatnot. They generally only count that. They conveniently forget that nerdy dude that they had sympathy sex with, or that ugly dude who could eat the pussy real good, so you had them quivering, so they let them run up in them. They conveniently forget that. But I'm gonna tell you where they lie. They'll lie about who they've been with if that dude is like a top dude in like a social circle or something. Like, a real fine dude. Because they ain't gonna just put a number up there. See, women go for quality, man. At least if they're gonna admit to it. They got a quality, like they dated that celebrity or met him or something like that. And I've seen women always do that shit, man. But I'm going to tell you what, they even lie who they been with or who they about to get with and stuff. Wait, hold on a second. Sorry about that. They'll lie about that shit. You know what, one of her best ones, and like the woman didn't say she had sex with the guy. She said she was going to marry this guy. Like, I remember I was on this particular popular message board back in the day. I'll call it blackvoices.com, BV, back before AOL acquired it. When they had BV Barry and everything. I ain't gonna tell you what my name is, because somebody who might have been on that site, trust me, they were like, oh shit, you with him? Let's just say, 4 confirmed nervous breakdowns. I was vicious at cyber warfare. I was vicious as shit. I could fuck with somebody's head so much. All the days. Oh well. But having a couple sons and stuff, fatherhood kind of chills you out. But anyway, there was a woman on there, right? And she's supposed to be this priestess and all of that. And she was saying how her and this guy was supposed to be married, going to get married and stuff. Her fiance and everything. Thing is, I knew who the dude was. Now, I had met him, knew who he was, but I ain't know him I ain't have a number or anything I could just call him right then. So I just kept that in mind. I said, okay, yeah, that's a good dude right there. I saw him years later because we did some business together like years later. I said, oh yeah, man, that woman you married? He said, I never met that woman. he said he never met the woman. And, I said on my deep thought, I'm going to try to avoid using the word crazy, but that was a colloquial term for that's what he was saying. In fact, what he was saying about it probably shouldn't be shared. But she straight up lied on it. I mean, you get women who do that. Like, there might be one woman. Okay, like this one woman. Now, I don't know if she told anybody or whatnot. But it was this woman I knew back in the day, right? I knew back in the day. And I ain't gonna get into circumstances like caught up because we Facebook friends and all of that, follow each other on IG. But I remember she said we was in a conversation about this particular thing that went down. Didn't have anything to do with either of us. And she said something about, oh yeah, when we had sex. I was like, well, we never had sex, honey. Well, I never penetrated her. Now that was a weird situation. I mean, I did grind her on this racquetball court wall at this particular gym, but I never penetrated her. I didn't want to go in there. She might have had something that scared Penicillin up in there. So I was like, I told her straight up. I said, I'm going in here. Grind her, though. And she had an orgasm grinding because I knew fellas, real quick, lay on the clit. Just grind that shit, trust me. You don't even have to penetrate. Now, if she counting that, yeah, but otherwise, no, we ain't what I would count as sex, penetrative sex. I ain't even count that. But she said we did have sex and shit. So I'm like, and I thought about that. I said, I wonder who else she told that shit to. Because you get women, one thing about women, if it's some like dude who's like publicly undesirable or something, oh yeah, you can have sex with her for years. Because people be talking about some of these ugly dudes out here. A lot of them, if their bodies are tight and their joints are right, shit, they be dipped down. They be dipping in and out of some houses. They just can't say hi to the woman. But if that dude's conspicuously handsome and got something that other people would check out, but the woman still didn't get with him, she might lie to her friends and shit. Like, they allowing this shit, but they see ours is quantity. Men, we lie about quantity. Women will lie about quality and shit. But it don't happen that much. I didn't really think about it until the dude mentioned it, because you ain't gonna hear about it. The only way you could even find out about it, you gotta be around some women or they get real comfortable, or you got some women who've been around there and they like, just let the information go. Be like, oh yeah, that happened. You'd be like, what? But seriously, they do. And in fact, I'm gonna tell you what, like, everybody know about the negative side of it when they're lied to human resources or something. So, we all know about that, the whole Me Too thing, because let's just be real, a lot of women be lying their asses off. Yeah. I told a woman that, some so-called feminist daddy, she said, women would never lie. Oh yeah, all those brothers and stuff throughout history who, history of this country got lynched or put in jail or something because some white woman said they touched them, and then years later you find out they didn't. All the jokes aside, no, women will lie about that. But then that's one thing. Don't get me started, because then car Rom becomes like RomWills. So, nah, But you get some women. I've seen that. Like I said, rare. It's rare because women, when they do shit, they for the most part keep it to themselves. But they'll say, oh yeah, I got with him, tell their friends and stuff. But it got to be the quality guy. If the guy's like average or ugly or something, and she just mess with him just because he'll eat a pussy or something, that's one thing. She'll keep that quiet. She won't brag. But if that dude's some fine dude or some celebrity, or especially some celebrities, it's popping in my head. I forgot who the celebrity was, but some woman claimed she got with him or something. Oh, in fact, yeah, now it's starting to pop back in. I remember in college there was this woman, she was coming out this dude's room and shit, and she kind of let be. She was like, oh yeah, we fucked, all of that. She was straight up saying it. Then find out from the dude, he said, nah, we just fooled around, but I ain't go inside of her. It's like, damn. That's what he told us. That's what she was saying, something else. And dudes, Man, we finger a woman, we tell everybody. So, we ain't pretty much gonna lie about it because she wasn't like ugly or anything. But she the one saying all that. And women will do that. Now, you be hard pressed to find any place they'll admit that shit. But that's the thing. Like I said, I'm gonna tell you, I've told some women this and they confirmed it. They say, damn, Rom, how you know? Y'all know y'all be doing some stuff, be doing all this shit, just don't tell anybody. That's part of the sexual underworld. That's part. They just, show you one thing publicly, show you something totally else different otherwise. But yeah, it happened. But like, just to be clear though, you do need to be like some dude who's a celebrity or like fine to a group of women. Like when you in some social circle or something and you see when you're in a social circle, she looks like somebody I knew. When you're in a social circle or something and like say, like I tell you what, office fuck file and shit. Shout out cousin T-Talk. It's amazing. I've been talking about the office fuck file a whole lot lately. Well, because it's real. Office fuck file. Say there's some dude come in, all the women checking for him, trying to get at him. Don't be surprised a woman lie about it and say, yeah, I got with him. Shit. Sometimes that's how some dudes get falsely in trouble or something. Somebody else hear about it. And then the dude gotta go defend it. That's one thing I'd say though, fellas. And this is going on the more serious side. You're in the office or something with some women and any woman flirt. This is what you do. Find somebody like maybe in the office, not necessarily human resource, but tell somebody else in the office and take notes. Real talk. Because we definitely know about it there. But even in the most benign situation, you get some women, they'll say, especially because here's the thing with women. And if guys understand this one, I ain't going to get a psychology behind it, but if men understand this one simple point, you will stay in 90. And let me give y'all some game. Women are competitive with each other, not the same way we are. Like, that's why when women, they'll say they'll dress up, have all this fancy stuff on, and a lot of them will say they ain't really doing it for the men. The men are secondary. They trying to be the finest in the room. Women aren't. They always want to be the sexiest. Women are always competing for the top men. They ain't gonna be blatant. That's why some dudes be getting some food, be getting all this stuff, because he's slick with that joint. So they ain't above line to win that competition. They ain't above line doing whatever. And especially, that's why some dudes have peeped this. Like women ignoring them. Like they might go in some social circle or something and no women's paying attention to them. But then the fine woman in there, like the dude or something, be like showing them some love. All of a sudden the other one's saying, oh, we got to get her from him. That's why I'm going to tell you what, man, that's why some women won't mess with a guy. And you got a significant portion won't mess with a guy unless he say he got somebody. They will not, because they're trying to pull him from that situation. Seriously, they could find two men. The men could be, they could be two twins and stuff. Got everything going on. What's considered classically handsome and shit. And shoot, I'll throw the height in there too. Shit, tall, conspicuously handsome, can, measure that what people think and all that muscular. They look exactly alike. But one is married, the other is single. You got some women, they'll go right for the married one. It's just to pull them from a situation. Women are competitive like that. They very competitive. That's why I'll just say this, and I actually said this on one of my Rom TV episodes. They started to blur together after a while. You meet a woman, never tell her you totally single. Just say, just be honest. If you got some, just, I got friends. Say it like that. And don't say anything else. Just say you got friends, because they competitive like that. And trust me, and there are some who will lie and say they got with a particular dude. Seriously. They always want to look like, or sometimes they'll lie just to say a dude tried to holler at them. Like I remember that was early. That something hit me. Like it was the summer after I came out of college and stuff. Somebody was working at this particular place. It was like a litigation support type of place, doing all this coding and everything. And so it was a whole bunch of people. And it got back to me, this one particular woman said, well, yeah, that's not why I wouldn't talk to Rom. And I was like, who? Somebody had to show me the person. I said, I've never said anything to that person. Because the woman tried to act like I was trying to holler at her, and I didn't even recognize her hardly. Yeah, I mean, he had so many women and stuff. I mean, I probably saw her and shit, but I was like, who's that? Seriously, they be lying sometimes, you know? But that's it, though. Anyway, I'm going to go in here, get my vittles and everything. I'm going to get back with y'all later, though, all right? Talk to you. Peace and blessings.